Hello. Today we are going to check out Landmark Operation Christmas Child Drive. Let's go check it out. Hi, my name is Alexis. I am here today with Ina Reimer to check out shoeboxes. So what's the Landmark Shoebox Drive?
What is the Landmark Shoebox Drive? Well, all across Canada, US, and many other countries, people get together and they put shoeboxes together. Sometimes they have little parties that they put together with their churches. Sometimes they'll just take a box from their church and they'll go to a store and they'll go shopping and they'll put things into a shoebox. But years ago, I went to a place called Calgary Warehouse, and I realized that some of the things that come in boxes are not appropriate for boxes. And I thought I could do better than that if I would help by going to stores, picking the things that I would know were appropriate, asking Samaritan's Purse what was a good idea to put into a shoebox, and I could help people so that the boxes would be good, healthy boxes at the other end, and the kids would appreciate them. So that's where Landmark Shoebox Drive began. Was me coming up with the idea through the Lord, prompting me to figure this all out. And I went, took my own money, and I bought things, and I brought them to one table at the church and put them on the table. And a few ladies came, paid me money for my articles. And that's how it began. And it grew bigger and bigger till pretty soon my bank account wasn't enough anymore. And we started to talk to the credit union and find out that we could actually have an account, go to the stores, buy things for the shoebox. People would come in, they would pick up the shoebox, and they would rebuy the things I had purchased so that I had cash to go back and get some more things. So we don't mark up the prices any higher than we absolutely have to. We just add enough so we pay for our taxes, and then we can go and buy the right things, look for the best deals, because I shop all year long. So I don't have to go to a store, or you wouldn't have to go to a store. If you'd be coming to put a box together, you would take a box, you'd go to the store. You might not find that the dresses are on sale that day, but you might want a dress in it. But because I shop all year, I can find really good deals for you to make the box as inexpensive as possible so that you get the most bang for your buck in your box. And you get a very healthy box for the child to be able to receive.
What makes it different from other drives?
Well, a lot of other drives, the churches will just go out and buy it, and there's not any paying back and forth. But because we're open to the community, we put it on radio stations, we have it in newspapers. We're not just having local people put them together. Our volunteers at the Shoebox Drive are from all the different churches, or not even just churches. They could just be people who are interested in doing shoeboxes, and they come together as volunteers, and we get to know each other. It's a community thing. So,
What are your goals for this year?
Well, last year we did really well considering that was COVID. So we decided this year, actually just this morning, we decided that our goal would be 2,000, I think we did 100 boxes. 2,100 boxes would be our goal for this year. Now we're going to be really happy if we exceed that. We would rather have more than that than less than that.
Oh, it seems like it's doing pretty good now.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff. We've bought enough school supplies for, I think, 2,500. So we have a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, there's like
We don't want to run
lots
out.
of stuff.
Yeah.
This won't run out quite fast. There's like toys, there's school stuff, there's everything you could think of.
And oftentimes people have a hard time deciding and the box gets a little too full. So we want to provide enough opportunity for people to pick and choose. And we have to sometimes remind people, it doesn't all have to go in the box. You have to decide what it is you're putting in, because we want the box lid shut too.
Yeah, today we are doing a box, so I was thinking maybe I could like keep it in a category.
Yeah. So you know what some kids like to do, especially girls, they like to pick a color. And they'll make a whole pink box, or they'll make a whole blue box, whatever their favorite color. Or purple.
I love purple. What impact has doing the drive had on you?
Oh, I think the biggest impact the drive has had on me is seeing how God intervenes, and He helps me when I'm stuck with finding things in the store where I want to have some specific thing and I can't find it. All of a sudden, I will make a left turn instead of a right turn driving the car, and all of a sudden I find I'm at the right store that has a huge sale on dresses. And so that day, maybe in my head, I was picking up school supplies, but the Lord showed me that you turned the direction you turned because I had dresses for you. And so every time I go, there's a little miracle that takes place, or there's something that happens that I think God is in this. And that's the cool thing about it. It's not all about me. It's not all about any of our volunteers. It was his idea in the first place, and he grew the idea, and he's still very busy working on the ideas. It's not about us. It's about him.
Sometimes that's kind of weird when it's something that you want or something like that, and you're like, where is it?
You know, we've had several incidences lately of people dropping off things for us that we weren't even aware they were making things for shoeboxes, and that's very cool.
That's nice.
This morning we had a lady come in with a whole case of zipper packages that she got. She hasn't been to the shoebox store for 2 years, and the Lord just put shoeboxes in her head, and she asked the manager if she could have a good deal on that box of zipper packages. And he said, you can have the whole case for $25. So she came here and she said, can you use these? And I said, yes, we sure can, because we were short of school bags this year. So where do you think those are going to be put into? Those are going to be turned into school sections. Yeah, they're going to be put into school kits. So when we feel like we're short on something, somewhere along the line, it always ends up showing up. And that's the anticipation of just waiting to see what kind of little surprise God has around the corner for us.
Have you ever felt like you did something wrong in this?
That's a good question. And if I have felt like I've done something wrong, usually it has been more about me feeling like it's something that I did. And then I'm very quickly corrected because I've got a lot of really good help. And sometimes when people say, oh, you do such a wonderful job, and I've said thank you, I realize I should have given the credit back to the people who helped me, because if it wasn't for them, and it wasn't for people donating, and it wasn't for people helping, there's no way one person can do this. And it's not all about one person, it's about a community. So we don't really like to have any one of us even do interviews, because we all feel like we're all not good enough to do this. But together we're strong.
Why did you want to get this whole thing started?
The biggest reason why I wanted to get it started when it all began was I had an auntie that had passed away, and her 2 daughters had asked if everybody could put shoeboxes together. Instead of giving to the Gideon's plan or some other memorial plan, they knew their mom had really enjoyed making shoeboxes. So she just encouraged all of the nieces and nephews to do extra shoeboxes. And to me, this was the best way, is to ask other people in my church to help me. So I put out the challenge to other people, and from there it just picked up.
My mom used to do shoe boxes. Yeah, I kind of like doing it.
Yeah.
Especially,
you know what? Shoe boxes is one thing that a child can do that's going to impact another child very specifically. And you can hear about wars and things in Ukraine. You can hear about all sorts of problems. And as a child, I've often thought there's very little they can do except worry about it. Now, a shoe box is something that you can tangibly do. You can take a box and you can put those articles in there, and you know you're making a difference. That child in that country is going to receive your box that you put together, and that's pretty special.
Yeah, because I know that someone actually cared about them. And
that's why we tell people, write a letter, put in a picture, let them know something about who you are, because to a child, that is a very special part of the box. It's like if you would get the courier coming to your door and dropping off a beautiful gift of something you had always wanted, and you would wonder, like, who gave this to me? You'd ask your parents.
A Christmas gift.
Yeah, and you would have no idea. No name. Now you know it comes from somebody, and you know that it says, most people will write a letter and they'll say, we love you, Jesus loves you. And there's a lot of changes that happen in a lot of people's lives through testimonies that we've heard from people who've had that letter, that it's completely changed around their thinking, their life, for the rest of their life, just because of one simple shoebox.
And can we have a tour of this?
Sure. Where would you like to start?
Wherever you want to.
All right. Well, we start with the essentials.
We're going to start right at the beginning. So the boxes are over there, and they can be boy or girl, 2 to 4, 5 to 9, or 10 to 14. And then what we do is we have it organized so that you can pick up a clipboard and it has all the prices on it, basically, that are in the store area. So whenever you take something, in order to keep track of kind of like if you have a certain budget for the amount that you want to put into the box, like a $20 limit or something, then you can add up along here and then you are able to have it a little closer to kind of the budget that you want. All right, so let's go check it out.
How about we start on this side?
You betcha. This is the best place to start because this is the school supply area. And if kids don't have school supplies, they cannot go to school. So this would be the 2 to 4 area, like the age for younger kids, because these have crayons in them. These are for the older ones because they have pencil crayons in them. So, okay.
Wait, so you can put stuffies in these things?
Yo, for sure you can put stuffies in there. And so around here, every tree, usually at home, you're always told don't touch the Christmas tree. In this store, you can touch all the Christmas trees.
I'm going to start organizing.
So that one is
I'm going to put them in their groups.
$4.50.
So I know I picked some stuff that isn't really not needed.
Well, it's always good to have some fun stuff.
Yeah. Thank you for the tour and the help.
You are welcome. My pleasure.
Shoebox Drive. See you next time.